Hi there, this is Architect David. Welcome to Arkida, where you can learn anything and everything about construction. Hi there. Today we will be discussing about the different types of ceiling finishes. As mentioned on my past videos, you don't have to have a really boring ceiling. You can always design a different type of ceiling using these ceiling finishes. Now let's start with the different types of materials. First, we have is wood. As you can see, you can have different types of wood finishes. It's either varnish or painted, but personally, I would say I would prefer varnish more than just painted. The next material is plaster and plasterboard. Plasterboard is the same type as gypsum board, meaning to say, if you place gypsum board, you may now add plaster on top of it. Then you paint over it. Although this is a rare finish, but metal is also considered. Using very thin sheets of metal for the picture on the right. If you want the picture on the left, these are called metal slats. Now what we have next is called tiles. The most commonly used or most commonly known are called gypsum tiles or acoustic tiles. But you can use plastic, metal, fiberglass, fiber, wood fiber, vinyl coated gypsum, and even cork. Now all of this would be dependent on your preference. Now just a little add-on is what is called as false ceiling. Meaning to say, if you look at the picture here, it is three layers of ceiling. The false ceiling would be the third layer. So your real ceiling is the one where the chandelier is installed right now. So again, you can have several or multi-layered ceilings. Now we go into a more specific detail, meaning to say these are now the types of ceiling materials being used. As I said a while ago, we are talking about the basic materials. Now these are now the specific types of ceiling materials. To start with, we have what is called as a gypsum ceiling. You all know what a gypsum board is. So with your typical framing, whether you're going to do false ceiling or just plain ceiling, you can use gypsum board as your final finish and just paint it over. The next is what is called as POP or plaster of Paris. This is some sort of mud mixture, just like plaster, wherein you attach to the ceiling and start forming your actual finish ceiling. Next is what is called as a fiberglass ceiling. Some architects prefer this, especially if the ceiling has curvatures or bends, because it is more controllable than just plain wood. Now again, we will be talking about wooden ceiling. As you can see in the pictures above, you have several variations wherein you can have a board type of finish, a slatted type of finish, or even in the lower right picture, a more elegant looking type of finish. Again, as I said, my preference is the wood is varnished but not painted. Now a starting or new introduction to ceiling finish is what is called as glass false ceiling. Meaning to say, you will install thin pieces of glass on your ceiling to add more aesthetic look into your ceiling itself. Now for metal ceiling, again you have several variations. You can have a board type, you can have a tile type, or you can have slatted type. If you look at the picture on the lower right, you will see that it is even painted brown to make it look like it is a wood finish. The next is synthetic leather or cloth ceiling. For those of you who would like to experiment on this type of ceiling, it is quite easy, as you can see in the pictures up above. As they collect dust and have low light transfer properties, it is not much preferably used, but again, if you would like to introduce this, especially in your residences, please feel free to do so. So again, as I usually say on this series of ceiling videos, you don't have to have a very boring ceiling. You can always design your ceiling based on how you would like it to come out. So I hope you learned something new from this video. Watch out for my next video. Click the subscribe button to discover all the other videos in this site. Click the notification bell to be notified about new videos that we post. If you have additional comments, please post them down below or at our Arkida Facebook page, and I will answer all your queries. Thank you.